Nikki is in Virginia Water in Surrey. Hi, Nikki.
Oh, hi there. Thanks
Hello.
for taking my call.
You're welcome.
I just wanted to phone in. I am the mother of a 15-year-old daughter, and from my point of view, she is completely and utterly a victim. She has been groomed, and 15-year-old girls can look mature, and sometimes they can act mature, but they can be incredibly stupid as well, and incredibly immature.
Mm-hmm.
They're not, mentally not fully developed. And I do think she was groomed and she is a victim. I do think we've got a responsibility to her because she's a British citizen, and obviously she will. Well, I think it's, we know she's going to come back to this country with her child. I think she should come back, but I think she will have to be monitored so closely, 24/7. She will almost have to have someone, assigned to her solely to monitor her, which we will have to pay for as taxpayers, which I'm not happy about.
Nikki, sorry to interrupt. You're in full flight, so it's rude of me to interrupt you in full flight. But can I just ask you this?
Okay.
There are other people who have been groomed and radicalised as young men and women, boys and girls, for this organisation. Some haven't gone out there, but they've been happy to support the ideology. Some have even carried out attacks. Do you think the people that carried out attacks, having been groomed by ISIS, are victims?
I think if someone's been brainwashed to the point where they could actually do something so awful, then you are a victim to it. Yes.
So the person who, and I'm sorry to get graphic about this, the person that blew themselves up in Manchester Arena and killed children by doing that was a victim.
I do think they are a perpetrator, obviously, but I also think they are a victim because if they hadn't been brainwashed in the first place, they wouldn't have done that.
So you feel, a degree of sympathy for the person that did that?
A certain degree.
Nikki, if that had been your 15-year-old daughter caught up in that, you would, I suspect, have a very different reaction. Very, very different.
But I do think that we have to look at each case, and this girl was 15. She's not an adult. She was groomed.
I get that grooming was involved in this, that radicalisation, but this is where the argument about victimhood leads, I'm afraid. If you say that she was groomed and she was manipulated because she was a child and therefore she went out there, she had no control over what she was doing, therefore she's a victim, you can't not apply that logic to the people who go and commit murder out there and blow kids up on British streets. And that's genuinely, I think, an appalling thing to think. And to think that they are equatable somehow with the girls who were raped and abused as part of sexual grooming gangs in certain parts of this country is, again, an appalling misuse of the term victim. Thank you for your call. 034...
The logical conclusion of what this woman is saying here is that she would have to now have sympathy for the actual ISIS jihadis, not just Shamima Begum, but the ones doing the beheadings, burning people alive in cages, raping the Yazidi women. You'd have to feel sorry for those people in some bizarre way. And the reason we have this attitude, it's this hyper xenophilic way of seeing the world, where you love the foreign people, the foreign nations, the foreign religions, races, whatever. And it's actually a mental disorder. It's not how you're meant to be. I believe humans, you're supposed to have a certain level of xenophobia. You're meant to dislike the out-group. And that way you can keep a cohesive understanding of who your team is. That's how it works. But these people, they have lost that. And crucially, the entire mainstream media and political establishment, they are pushing xenophilia. That's what we have. And it's absolutely evil because it will collapse our civilization. So, anyway, please let me know what you think about this insane woman. And is it an example of why women should possibly not have the vote? Like, dislike, subscribe, unsubscribe. Please comment. Ilu Sassoon. Peace out.